can't hear us. Why is it like halfway?
Will it? Yeah?
It's like that. Turn like this.
Okay.
Should we do like this?
Okay.
Hey, you're in the way.
This is Facebook Live, new generation.
Okay, don't touch it.
Okay.
So we are actually live here in the middle of a job with someone that we know as a sound engineer, but if you can see, he's actually a certified shadchan.
How you doing?
And I
Facebook.
decided that we'll catch a couple minutes with him and try to figure out what in the world he's doing.
Yeah.
So please feel free to join in.
Yeah.
So Nolan, what's
So
your
it's-
deal, man?
What's my deal?
What's your deal?
Okay. Being that we're going live, I'm not gonna name the person I'm making the shit up for. But a friend of mine was at a gig, and he was telling me that his shotgun didn't really know him. He was sending his resume out without getting to know who he was spiritually and who he was and how serious he was about his Yiddishkeit. So I told him, I said, listen, I'm gonna make a shirt. It's a certified shotgun, and I'm gonna find you a collar because you're a good dude.
Because you're around in weddings.
I'm around at weddings every night.
My question to you is, do you know the difference between the different types? You know, Yeshivish, Hasidish, Litvish,
honestly,
Sephardic, Ashkenaz.
Honestly, I'm learning that as I go along. I've been in the business for 12 years, so I have
Not the
experience.
shidduch business.
Yeah, not the shidduch business, but the Jewish music business for 12 years. So I do know some of the differences, and it astounds me because as much as you guys focus on the differences, I focus naturally because I'm not in the community. I'm not Jewish. I focus on why are there so many differences when we're, and I say we're because I've been in so long, but when we're all Jewish. You know what I mean?
So
and that's what
you are actually a different person than other. We don't even know the difference.
Exactly.
So to you, it's like let's bring everyone together.
Here's the I know the difference, but I don't give the difference power over my decision to connect people together.
I got you. So if you're just joining now, we're live with Nolan, who seconds as a certified shotgun.
Yeah, right.
His main job is sound engineer.
Yeah.
Slowly, I see that the shotgun part's actually taking over the sound part. No,
it's actually it's really crazy. Like I didn't expect anyone to hit me up or email me, but the more gigs I go to, I'm seeing hundreds of people every night, and grandmothers, aunts, mothers come up to me, rushing up to me, want to take pictures, and they say, listen, my daughter wants to get married, let me send you her resume. And I'm like, okay, like that's cool, you know, and I'm all for it because I feel like the people that connect with me, because I'm not Jewish and I'm not necessarily confined by all the Jewish weight that you guys carry around all the time, the people that connect with me see something in me, and I totally accept it. I love it.
It's funny because the reason why we're having this conversation now is because like 10 minutes ago a guy came over to you.
Yeah.
And he was like, so you're a shotgun? So
yeah.
How do I get in contact with you? And I'm thinking to myself, like, this is not real, but it is.
It is real. It is real.
Right? So we were discussing a shidduch before, right, for someone, and I was telling you that the person's a little bit like more yeshivish.
Yes.
So in your mind, what does that mean?
Well, when I hear yeshivish, I think very studious, very learned, very Americanized almost, and that's how I interpret it. It's someone who is, I don't know, very into the American culture, not necessarily like the Middle Eastern thing or the Sephardi thing or the Yemenite thing, where it's a little bit more loose, chill. You know what I mean? It's a very Americanized form of Orthodox Judaism.
Yeshiva.
That's how I interpret it.
All right.
Is that close? What do you? How is it? How is it really?
Yeshiva is such a hard thing to pinpoint.
Yes.
The word yeshivish comes from the word yeshiva. Yeshiva is like, you know, yeshiva. We learn in yeshiva. We go to yeshiva. So it sort of got its name from the concept of going to yeshiva. I mean, 50 years ago, who did really go to yeshiva? I mean, they learned in the school and then they went to work. So there was a concept of yeshiva. So then it just became like, wow, the people that are in yeshiva, they're like the more yeshivish type. Now you go figure what that means exactly. I don't know. It just means they're the more the yeshiva type.
And honestly, let me tell you one thing. The more I speak to,
What's your name?
My name is Uri Davidi.
Uri Davidi?
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
one thing I realize about the Jewish community, at least in New York, is that the more I get into the different sects and different levels of Judaism, the more I realize the Jewish people themselves, they don't know. They can't even define
What's yeshiva?
what yeshiva is, what Sephardi is. They can't define, the Lakewood Jew from the Muncie Jew. Like they can't really, and so it tells me that maybe we've overthought the process of connecting people together. Maybe we overthought it, and that's kind of where I come in. And so everybody is connected. And I go to gigs all the time, and I hear Orthodox Jews. I see Orthodox Jews. I tell you, I see them pointing at people like, I don't like that. And to me, I'm like, yo, you guys are all Jewish to me. You know what I mean? Why don't you guys love each other like that?
If you're just joining us now, Nolan is our certified shadchan. He's our sound engineer that seconds as a shadchan, and he has a different perspective on what a shidduch is than we do. Right?
Very different.
Because he's coming from an outside look. He doesn't slice everything so thin.
Not at all.
He just looks at everyone in one big.
It's all the spirit.
It's all the same. So to him, he does understand the difference between like we're someone from the 5 towns. Right?
Yeah. And it's interesting. I know the difference because I hang out with the.
We need a charger.
But at the same time, I don't say, if I get a resume from a girl in Lakewood, I don't say this girl can't be with this 5 times guy. There's sometimes the 5 times guy is looking to get deeper into his Yiddishkeit. Sometimes a Lakewood girl is looking to relax a little bit and not be so religious, more spiritual, and maybe a 5 times guy has that. So it's not, when you marry someone, you're not marrying who the person is. You're marrying who they want to be.
Wow, that's really deep.
Okay,
really deep.
And so that's kind of where I'm going with it.
I got you. So when you're at a gig, so you have a good vantage point because you're sitting there by the soundboard.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm on the right side, sometimes my face is actually right at the mechitzas, I can't see anybody.
You can't see anybody.
But you have a good vantage point because you get to like walk around with your little iPad and sometimes you just like flip the page and you're just looking around like, let's see who I can make shidduchim, right? That's what you're doing, right? You go to the ladies section and you're listening up for the sound and you're like, oh, you need a shidduch, and you write it down, right? That's what you do.
And honestly, people come up to me, the mothers will come up to me, the grandmothers will come up to me. People are more open-minded than we think, and we give them credit for. Like, there are a lot of open-minded, chill people who want to marry in the Jewish culture and marry in the Jewish religion, okay? And they're excited about getting married. One guy came up to me after a gig, and he said, I said, are you ready for a shidduch? He said, honestly, until I saw the response the ladies' side gave you, he said, I wasn't thinking about getting married. He said that, he said, I wasn't even thinking about marriage until I saw that these women were comfortable talking to you. That blew my mind, because that means that a lot of the guys, and part of the shidduch crisis is that guys are fearful that they're going to be trapped. And you have to be matched up with the same person. You have to be matched up with a person that's willing to grow how you want to grow.
Wow, interesting.
And so that's what I'm saying. And the kids say, I was never thinking about marriage until that moment.
If anybody that's just joining us now, again, we're talking to Nolan, our sound engineer, who seconds as a shadchan, as you can see on his shirt. Show everybody. It says Certified Shadchan. And his shidduch business is actually picking up, so we decided to bring it live. If anybody has any questions for Nolan, please write them over here. We will read them out loud. So moving right along, so I'm just wondering, which type of weddings, without labeling too much, which type of weddings do you feel you have the opportunity to make more shidduch?
Honestly, just because, and I think everyone that's watching this knows, just because the way the culture's set up, especially in New York, I think everyone knows that Brooklyn is a very open-minded area. We've gotten a lot of response in Brooklyn. Terrace of Rum. You know Terrace of Rum. If you know anywhere in Williamsburg, Continental, Eden Palace, these places, the people when they come there, they're very open. They see this and it hits them, and they give me resumes and they send me phone numbers and emails. So I would say those the most. But when I haven't been up to Muncie yet as a shadchan.
How about Lakewood?
I've been to Lakewood. I got a decent response in Lakewood. But even if you go to Besfega in Lakewood, the guys are totally separated. I mean, literally the whole wedding. Literally the whole wedding, the women do not see the guys at all. So I haven't been seen in Lakewood yet. But in Brooklyn, it has been, honestly, Brooklyn's opened up its arms to me.
How can people get in touch with you if they think of a shidduch?
Okay.
That you can facilitate.
I am on Facebook as the Certified Shadchan. I have my email as thecertifiedshadchan@gmail.com. If you have a resume, send it to me. Okay, I tell people all the time, send it to me. I'll have it on hand. I meet over 300 or 400 people, okay, every job I do, and I'm out at weddings 5 times a week.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We will be ending this for the night, and we'll be back again live at some point with Nolan, and once again, our certified shadchan. Thank you. We got to get back to singing over here, and sounds.